kind of a rocky start. Like in the first inning, Coley gave up 3. They fought back. Coley, after the first inning, it was he managed it. But
it's just like a lot of pitchers, right? Just not warmed up fully.
So he started the game with a 4-pitch walk to Kike, and that's not like him. Like people on Twitter can say sticky stuff all they want. Just him not throwing strikes is not normal.
Yeah.
And then in my stream this morning, I basically called Rafael Devers being the guy to get by, and he couldn't get by. And he had a guy on base. What are you gonna do?
So what is it right now? 4-3.
Yeah. Kid came out the bullpen, gave up 1. And then Eovaldi had a pretty good game. Garrett Whitlock came in and did his thing. So I'm hoping we get to see the weekend spots in this program. Been keeping tabs on the news.
Yeah. There's nothing too crazy except Porzingis is out, and I was expecting that after that game he had recently. I was like, I'm sure he went out with a bang there, and
yeah.
But I thought maybe there's a slim chance it goes against the Knicks, but that game has no meaning.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of games in the weekend with no meaning.
Well, I hope we get some bench guys that can play on the road.
Yeah. Alright, what do we got here? We got Donaldson, top of the order up, bottom of the 7th. And they've got it's still Garrett Whitlock out there. That's a bad dude, man. It was ironic because Whitlock came out of the Yankees system. So it always stings a little bit more when a guy you let go. So that's the theme of this game. Eovaldi was with the Yankees. Then he had 2 Tommy Johns. Get clutch. Oh, that ball's deep. Drop, fudge, man. Verdugo has really, really big covers out there. That's 2 sliding, diving catches. That's not what you want.
Hey, who needs Mookie Betts, right? When you got Verdugo.
The Red Sox definitely won that trade for sure.
Yeah.
What can you do? What's up, guys? Happy Friday, April 8th. We have combined our PrizePicks and DFS show together today, man. I hope that's okay with you guys. You guys, I mean, give me a little credit. I have put in some hours in front of this camera and in this chair this week. And I just wanted to sit back and enjoy opening day a little bit as Judgy swings through an 0-1 slider, 0-2 now to Aaron Judge. Judge has a knack for turning 0-2s into 3-2s, Josh. So we'll see if he can make that happen here. But while I've been grinding some MLB, Josh's been keeping tabs on NBA for us. I did just full sweep the spreadsheet, update projections, all that good stuff in the last 20 minutes. So we should have as up-to-date information as possible. Judgy up 1-2. But Josh, man, how you feeling about this slate? It's one of our last slates on the regular season. It's going to be probably as wonky as we expected to, if not even more.
Yeah, I mean, Porzingis is out, which I was kind of expecting, but I was hoping that we could get him back for this Knicks rematch. Yeah, I mean, I think, probably going to have to just stick to 2 games, and then maybe we can pick up on some guys that are coming off the bench and playing a new starter role with the other guys being out, so... Yeah, I mean, I don't know. At least we have the Rockets on the board, and yeah. I mean, I'm not feeling too great, but we gotta make do with what we got on a Friday.
Yeah. Make do with what you got. Shout out to the live chat. You guys hanging out here. This was it wasn't, I didn't have it streamed all day like I typically do. Scheduled all day like I typically do. So you guys having noties on and being here right at the tip of the live boy, man. That means a lot. Shout out to J. Cole in the chat. Emerson's baby Gap shirt as Anthony Rizzo looks at a 1-0, 2-0. He got hit last at bat, so good to see him back in the box. What up, Mock? What up, Skimmer? Emerson's for sure. Got my butt handed to me yesterday. Oh, that was tough. What up, Neville? Fell asleep earlier and got smashed again at MLB this afternoon? Really? I don't think anything crazy is happening at MLB. 3-0 to Rizzo. What up, Steve? Kiefer in the chat. Mike Haberman in the chat. Shout out to you. Whitlock was a Rule 5, so that's on the Yanks. And he's so good. I just don't know how he slipped out of the hands of the Yankees. The Yankees they usually don't miss when it comes to pitchers or seeing greatness in pitchers. 3-1 to Rizzo. Cole sucks. I thought I was looking at a score from last year in the first. Cole was limited to 75 pitches. Rough first inning. There are some redeeming qualities in Cole's starts for him to keep it together after that. His RPMs on his spin rate is back up to sticky stuff levels of revolutions, and it's the Red Sox. They're a good team, so no panic button for me yet. Are y'all doing a stream on Sunday? That's TBD. My guess.
I'm down.
My guess is no.
No.
I mean,
I understand. I mean, it's the last day, right? It's a huge slate.
it's all day in it, right?
What time does it start?
Let me look. I thought it was an all day nonsense slate. So it's Sunday at 2:30. Bunch of 2:30s my time, so I guess that's 3:30 Eastern. All right, here's okay. I think Yankees are in the Sunday night baseball game. I just told Cole no, by the way, but
I feel bad for him. Get him back on, man.
Let me look at this sketch. I guess okay. So what I do know is for sure, and Sunday's usually my day off. I don't know. I might get in trouble. I'll have to be up Monday or Sunday morning to do an MLB stream.
What about Saturday?
No, Saturday is awful. Tomorrow, there's 4 games. Yeah. My 12, 5, 7:30, 8:30. I wouldn't mind flipping a switch for but what are we covering there? You know. I'll leave it open as a maybe for Sunday. How about that?
All right, hey Chad, let's get the thumbs up and see if we can persuade him, change his mind. Cause I'm game.
Look at this guy turning into a little YouTube pro trying to hold streams hostage for likes. Usually it takes 2 years for you get that move in your book. I'm impressed.
Oh, I'm trying to convince you, change your mind.
We'll see. I don't know. It's just been such a long week for me for content.
But then it's gonna start to level out and chill next week. We know what the playoff schedule is like next week.
No, I don't.
How many games?
They do the play-in first, right?
Yeah.
So I imagine it's gonna stagger. I haven't looked too far deep into it, so I don't want to get caught committing to or not committing to something, or definitely committing to something on stream, and then let some people down. So we'll see. You'll see. German, you friends with Devontae Graham? Saw him appear in your intro. Devontae is the GOAT. Rock Chalk. I know he's happy. What up, Doug? RC player in the chat here. There's also a shout out to Eovaldi for hitting his K-prop. Eovaldi's got good stuff. Nike says, what up, man? First stream I've been able to make it to. I appreciate that. I've been missing you guys all day afternoon. My bad, Ayo. Hey. Like I said, I've just been busting my tail all week. If there's one thing y'all know about me, it's I'm a Yankees fan, right? So I just wanted to be able to enjoy as much of that game as possible. I'm heavily distracted by it right now. Top of the 8th inning, down 1. So gonna keep looking at it. But also, I got some lineups in the hunt for a good day in the afternoon slate as well. So who knows? Maybe a couple things go my way. Let's go Phillies. I got a lot of Phillies. Had a whole lot of that Schwarber stuff. Better taking off tomorrow and go on Sunday. Yeah, I figured there would be no NBA stream tomorrow for that slate. If Josh wants to do a video, that's on him. It's weird. Yeah, 117 likes, says J. Cole. You want that? Maybe. Good morning, y'all. Just woke up, got drunk, played Madden until 6:30. Never do that, but whatever. What's up, Plan B? Keep working on them. Did you ever get your girl a puppy? I did not. If you win an NBA slate in the season, I get on my knees and smile like a donut. Okay, you gotta really picture that one, don't you? Make sure I got all the right screens open. I got a DK open. We got PrizePicks open. Like I said, chat, we're gonna kind of condense this stream to cover both the NBA and PrizePicks. A little bit more laid back. You really can't take this slate too serious. And while we do have a lot of news, we don't have a lot of news. There's still some speculation on who's going to start, who's actually going to play minutes, who's playing, who's caring about winning their game today, who's chasing incentives, what young guys are just playing to get noticed for next year. So it's just one of those ugly end-of-the-year things you guys saw last night. It doesn't take much for an absolute nuke to occur from one of these 3K specials like a Taylor Horton Tucker. You know what I mean? So with that in mind, let's get hunting. I took his thing. I took his thing.
Hey, yeah. Speaking of Tucker, man, PrizePicks really reacted and juiced him, man. 40 fantasy points for him and Monk.
They ain't playing around. They are not playing around. And you saw last night. Staying apart. Get there, Judgy. Nice.
Yeah, base hit.
Well, no, Judgy caught a fly ball from Shady Martinez. Verdugo is up. Hey, this stream's brought to you by RunDFS.com. That's the place where we don't just play DFS. We run DFS. If you guys want to jump in to that NBA spreadsheet, kind of figure out where Josh is ending up when the first game tips off and what my projections say about this slate and my player pool, I'm going to go really light. I also have the baseball spreadsheet up, ready to go. You guys join me. Those of you that joined me this morning, shout out to you guys. Man, I'm used to like 30, 40 viewers in a baseball stream, no joke. And like the first couple of baseball streams, we blew past 100, and that's just crazy to me. That probably doesn't sustain, but that's incredibly humbling. So I do appreciate you guys that have been hanging out for the baseball streams. I know they can be boring because it's usually just me talking to myself about numbers, but man, it means a lot because usually I get discouraged to do a lot of baseball stuff. Because nobody watches it, and it's just like,
hey, I mean, maybe the prop betting getting more popular is gonna make baseball more popular this year.
It's possible. It's very possible. Let me bring this back up to the top here. Are you doing MLB for main? I'm doing MLB coverage in VIP. I'm not gonna do a stream for the main slate. Like I said, that was me just trying to reward myself a little bit. Copyright the Let's Go Hunting, Josh. Let's get hunting. Might have to put that on a shirt or something.
Yeah.
Narrative Friday. Next year, it will have more. We'll have like polished graphics for all your bits. Let's get hunting. Narrative Friday. This is the game. It's cute. This guy's out here.
Yeah, they'll make next season more exciting. To look forward to, right?
Yeah. Stick around for next season. Hit that thumbs up. If you want us to, if you want Josh to do videos next season, hit that thumbs up. 200 likes or he's fired.
I was never hired.
He just doesn't go away. All right, let's talk about some basketball tonight. We got a couple games at the 7 p.m. start time. Milwaukee Bucks at the Detroit Pistons. Project starting 5 for the Bucks. Drew Holiday Wesley Matthews, Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Brook Lopez taking on Killian Hayes, Cade Cunningham, Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Livers, and Isaiah Stewart. 228.5 total. 5-point spread in favor of the Milwaukee Bucks. A lot of eyes looking at Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Eastern Conference standings. The Bucks are tied in the win column with the Celtics, and I think they have the tiebreaker since they, after yesterday. So I would assume one more win locks them into the 2 spot. Don't quote me. They might just be locked in. It says they're 2 games above the Celtics, so they might just be locked in. I haven't done too much math in. I think I did see Celtics and Nets are the expected. Okay, so let's pull up the NBA depth chart and reports and all that good stuff from NBC Sports Edge. This is one of those spots, Josh, where if everyone does play, we wonder how long they play. It's already susceptible to get lopsided because it's the Pistons. But a 5-point spread, the Bucks would never be just a 5-point favorite against the Pistons if there wasn't some squirrely stuff. It just wouldn't happen. Stop it.
Cade keeps him in the games, man.
Maybe
he kept them around the Mavs. He was trying to keep up with Luka.
Giannis has a Q tag on him. Let's see if I can get an update on his status. I'm so trepidatious with Q tags this late in the season for guys like him that I would just expect. It says
rightfully so.
Right calf soreness listed as questionable to play against the Pistons. Right calf soreness, and they're a 5-point favorite. I'm just going to infer that means Giannis is out. That's just me.
Yeah.
That's my take. So, it's not a fact yet, but if Giannis is out, obviously we're doing what? We're looking at Drew Holiday on both sides, pretty doggone cheap. We're looking at Chris Middleton, both sides pretty doggone cheap. And then Cade Cunningham has been a bad dude, especially for fantasy, so I'm not ruling out his viability tonight for fantasy. But I'm just kind of guesstimating what we might expect here for the Bucks, and I think I want to plan for Giannis being out. What are you thinking?
Yeah, and if that's true, then we could look to Bobby Portis, especially in this matchup against the Pistons front court. But yeah, so I don't know what to do with Cade, because he comes back after that Dwayne Casey April Fool's joke on us, where he played 7 minutes in the first quarter and never returned.
Mm-hmm.
He comes back against the Mavs. He plays 38 minutes, goes off, almost gets a triple dub. I mean, is he doing this for just Rookie of the Year? Make his Rookie of the Year case, and if so, he would want to do it against Giannis's team. But if Giannis doesn't play, then what? I mean, does he still?
It's still a pretty strong statement to hang in there with the Bucks, with him, without Giannis.
Yeah,
especially with the tools he has. I think it is a little bit of everything. It is somewhat of making an impact as a rookie, memorable season, perhaps get topped off with a plaque, but also he's the #1 draft pick. Go out there, get those reps, be as prepared as you can for next season, and see what you got. So I think there's reason to believe that that Pistons and Thunder game.
What happened, man? I'm still scarred by that.
That was for reverse seeding, man. Loser wins, and I guess that's what Casey had in mind there. I being that was a one-time thing, we just gotta mathematically grade it as an outlier, and while it hurts, we got to put it behind us. And we've had several games since where Cunningham has played extended minutes and had an extended role with just incredible usage and incredible results.
Yeah, no, he's the real deal, and he's showing it. He's just getting better and better. So I really want to play him. I might just have to. I mean, we're limited today, and with what we have and our deck of cards, so we don't have a fantasy score for him. That's what I would really like, because I mean he racks up steals big time. So I guess we could go PRA or real points. I think he's gonna be aggressive, so real points could be in play.
I have him currently projected at nearly 47 FanDuel points, same as Prize Picks. From a DFS standpoint, sub 9K. Usually we're hunting for 50 fantasy points, but on a slate like this, we're gonna have a ton of scrubs to fill in the blanks here. So it might feel like a salary-free slate when it's all said and done, as Giancarlo Stanton stares at a first pitch sinker that lands for a strike. I'm about to. Never mind. So yeah, I definitely don't mind him. And then, like I said, if Giannis does end up chilling out, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton have we know the process by now. Go out there and play them, especially a guy like Drew Holiday. And then we would probably be interested in looking at Drew Holiday's assist prop. As long as Budenholzer isn't squirrely with their minutes. 1 and 2 to Giancarlo. So something to keep an eye on. Asterisk if you're taking notes, Giancarlo. Like, I feel like we know this scenario for the Bucks so well that like we just all have a process. Giannis is out. Go get Drew. Go get Middleton. 2-2. Mm-hmm. That ball goes to the backstop. Anything on the Bucks per se that you're looking for? For the Prize Picks board, they don't have anything up there. And like I said, I just got it for a 5-point spread with Giannis having a Q tag. Yeah, it means Giannis is out. But I also would not be surprised if other Bucks starters ended up missing. Giancarlo fouls that one off.
Yeah, yeah, I could see. Like maybe Middleton and Giannis, or who knows? They could just rest all of them.
Yeah, I definitely think that's.
But if they do that, that makes me like Bobby Portis even more in this matchup.
I agree. Giancarlo gets punched out on a questionable call on the corner. 1 out. Tomorrow we got Pacers, Sixers. The Bucks play on Sunday against the Cavs, and that would be an early afternoon game. So, yeah, we'll see. And then they're going to be sitting around for a couple days, I guess, while that play-in goes on. So it's not like they'll need postseason rest, but why risk injury at this tail end part? So yeah, big news there. Luckily, it's the first game at lock, so we should have the news in time to make decisions. Knicks at the Wizards. We got some news for this game to make some decisions. Project starting 5 for the Knicks: Alec Burks, Evan Fournier, R.J. Barrett, Obi Toppin, and break down the walls of Jericho Sims in the 5 spot. They'll be up against Tomas Satoransky, Corey Kispert, Danny Avdija, Rui Hachimura, and Daniel Gafford. We have Porzingis listed as out, KCP listed as out, Kyle Kuzma listed as out. The Knicks, by the way, at last glance, just 3.5-point favorites, and this is our first taste of a potential all-value team that should get all the minutes that their heart can handle and desire. I feel like the first name I want to talk about is Danny Avdija. Mm-hmm. He's got a 5.4K price tag on DK and a 30-plus fantasy point projection on both FanDuel and DraftKings for me. I mean, he's just been really, really solid off the bench for them and has been contributing almost 30 fantasy points. Now you take out 28 to 30 minutes of Porzingis, a little bit of KCP, guard and wing minutes as well, and Avdija should be able to thrive with elevated usage. So he's certainly somebody that would make my radar as DJ sends that one high. Sends it far. Stretch. Let's go, baby. DJ LeMahieu, opposite field bomb, tie game.
Let's go.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm not a Yankees fan, but I'll cheer for him for you.
Let's go, baby. So I want to play Danny Avdija. Yeah. And then in that front court, Daniel Gafford's way too cheap. 43 on FanDuel, 39 on DK. I'm getting just almost 10x plus return on investment there. What are you digging from this game? Do we have any props yet?
We do. Avdija, I really like him for his PRA. He does it all. He racks up the assists, boards, and he can score from 3 ball. But they did juice it pretty high. I guess for fantasy wise, since they're similarly priced, who would you rather have? 30 plus minutes of Jericho Sims or 30 plus minutes of Gafford?
Probably Gafford.
Okay.
And that I give Sims his credit, and I think it's a plus matchup either way. But we have seen Sims kind of disappear in some games with.
That's true.
So in Gafford, I think he's been a little bit more stable per minute, but I think I'll have copious amounts of both.
Yeah, it's crazy because they're they're going against each other. They're both similar price and both similar minutes and position. So, yeah, you have to make a decision, especially on FanDuel. Yeah. So speaking of Sims, I wanted props for him, and kudos to PrizePicks for dropping those. We do have some props on him. And did they give us a fantasy prop? They did not yet, but his PRA is at 18.5. It's a little high. You're gonna want him to double, basically, which you could do.
Let's see what I got on Sims right now for PRA. I've got him at 22.
That's pretty good for PRA projection.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
So you're basically with that PRA, you're basically betting on a double, and he could do that. He could definitely get that. But he definitely has block upside. So I'd want him. I want to see what that fantasy score would be. Yeah. Okay. So let's wait on that. But I could get on that PRA. And then what do they have? OB fantasy yet, or do they not have any fantasy props?
what are they waiting on?
I don't know. Sometimes they do this.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't have fantasy score for OB. We got lines obviously.
28.5. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I would say like I like Obi and Sims probably the most. Besides obviously Barrett, but I think Obi could push 40 minutes again. Who knows? Like I'm scared about Barrett because at any moment they can start pulling back the reins on him and letting him rest a little bit, not risk running him too much this time of the year. So, but guys like Obi and Sims, I assume like they're not going to hold back on them.
yeah, and with a lot of this information now, depleted lineups and just really heavy minutes that we can bank on the Wizards. High total, decent enough total and a tight spread, really attainable price points. I mean, RJ Barrett 7.6 on FanDuel, 8.3 on DK. That's not really going to shoo me away. Without Julius Randle, who's been really strong, and this this looks like it could be a lack of defense type of game. Ryan Johnson, what up, Ryan? Says Sims is a rebound machine. 30 minutes of him will crush 9.5 boards. Very possible. I'm pretty sure I have him projected over 9.5. I'll double check and reference that. Control F Sims. I have Sims at almost 12 rebounds. So yeah, I'm with that. And I know I said I would prefer Gafford, but that's strictly in a 1v1. I'm gonna have a lot of both.
And then how about Rui's real points 15.5 without Porzingis?
That's very intriguing.
He was clearing that with Porzingis on the court, who's a usage hog, but now we free up so much shots.
Yeah, I'll go pull up the Washington NBA Wowie machine here. Just kind of see if we can get a lean on what we might expect from Washington without Porzingis, without Kuzma. Man, they brought in a lefty for Gallo. I need Gallo to give me a miracle. Are you saying Joey Gallo or Joey Callow? Ah, shoot. I hit the wrong button. My bad, chat.
Delete everything?
Nah, I thought I was on the big screen, so I was going to transition, but that's why I need a producer, man. All right, so we're going to take we're going to put Hachimura on. I feel like this is almost a waste of time because we can just infer that if he's hitting marks with Porzingis on, you should assume he should be able to hit it without. I don't know how much sample size we have without Porzingis anyway. And then while I'm running this, what about Ish Smith? Do you think he's gonna get some run here? And then
yeah, I was gonna ask you the same thing. I have no idea, man. Like him and Sato, especially in this game environment where all the unknowns, like who's gonna get more run? Is it just gonna equal out to like diluted minutes and production?
I worry about the vets here. Them resting KCP, them resting Porzingis is more of a journeyman who you're not locked into.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm just kind of on the fence of trusting a 30-minute run there. But hey, I mean, I guess you never know. Oh, let's go Gallo. Draws a walk. They bring in a lefty and Gallo works him for a walk. It's going to put a man on for Aaron Hicks. It would be a great comeback story here for Hicks to get the go-ahead run. Hachimura with Porzingis off the court since the All-Star break, 20.5% usage rate, 8 fantasy points a minute. But the sample size could be better. And then it also involves KCP, who has a 24% usage rate. We could try to take that off here and see if it fluctuates even more. I'm wondering if trading KCP for Avija, because I expect Avija to likely lead the team in shot attempts. Should he start in this lineup? Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Okay. Yes and no. So like, when Rui's out there, like he's a ball hog. Like when he gets the ball, all he's looking to do is shoot. Whereas Vija, like he will distribute at times and try to set up plays. So I think it's gonna be a mix between them.
Want to know the Hicks slider at the feet? Hicks, I prefer Hicks against lefties too. All right, cool. And then on the Knicks side, I feel like the price on Emmanuel Quickly is going to kind of leave him out of the mix for me. But we have discussed how there's been a trend of him closing over Fournier, and this could be a defense-free matchup. And both teams really have no reason to play their vets, especially guys that are locked into some contracts here. So I like the thought of Quickly. 2-0 to Aaron Hicks. That's what you like. You hear them footsteps. But yeah, Alec Burke 6.3 on FanDuel. I'm getting a 30 fantasy point projection. I'm really selling out for ceiling, and I think a lot of the mid-tier guys, the 5, 6, 7s, unless they're getting an exponential boost in usage rate, we're not really going to be able to get there at high confidence for DFS. But you can give me Barrett, you can give me Toppin, you can give me Jericho Sims very, very consistently. So, and then I will probably just accidentally land in a bunch of Wizards stacks because they're so cheap. But I'm thinking Gafford, Avija, even Kispert a little bit. They're all in play. I just have to rotate them. I'm thinking about maybe driving a wedge between Kispert and Avija overlap. 3-0 to Aaron Hicks. That's a hitter's. I don't know. Do you full take here? Or do you just charge for a homer being in the bottom of the 8th here?
We'll see. You go for it, man.
I think we do. Here goes the pitch. Oh.
Not good?
Heck of a call there, Blue. Yeah, okay. So we're not messing with Sato assist prop because we just don't know.
Do they even have it?
I didn't see it. I'm just saying it without. No, they don't.
No. I mean, I want the main two I would want in this are Rui and Vija, and we got that. So I'm probably gonna focus on them. Okay. And for Vija, I like his 3.5 assist prop. Because like I said, he can play the distributor role, and then I could consider his PRA, but they did juice that. And then Rui, I like his real points. Yeah, and then we'll just have to think about the point guard situation.
Full count. Matt Strong versus Aaron Hicks. My best pitch versus your best swing. What you got? The pitch swung on and missed. Whew. Now what you want. All right. Rockets at the Raptors. This is the game.
I don't know about that. This is the first half.
This is the first half. Project 35 for the Rockets. Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Garrison Matthews, Jayshawn Tate, Alperen Sengun. Up against Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, Kem Birch. We got 227.5 total. Just an 11.5 point spread as the Rockets travel north of the border. Raptors had a bunch of outs yesterday. They currently list Watanabe and OG Anunoby as out. Achua has a questionable tag on him. But assuming Fred VanVleet plays here, what stands out to you? I think the obvious go-to here is narrative hunting and watching and record hunting and watching for Jalen Green. Now he's reached 7.6K on FanDuel and DraftKings. But clue us up. It's he is chasing Allen Iverson's record of most consecutive games or 30 or more real points. And the magic number 6, right?
Yep, and he's at 5. So if he gets it today, then he gets 6, and then they play again on Sunday. So he would have to do it one more time to clear it. Higashioka
looks at a first pitch ball. hitters getting ahead in counts here. Getting bailed out by questionable decisions by this home plate ump here. Higashioka did lead spring training in homers for a bit. I think Harper actually caught him. But he'll look at this 1-0 pitch. The delivery inside 2-0 to Higgy. What are you thinking from the Raptors? A lot of first half props?
Yeah. Do you think they rest anybody? Or is it possible to tell?
So I was going to ask, do you think 11.5 is too light? Or is that back-to-back and a fresh?
Wait, it's down to 11.5?
I just updated like 30 minutes ago, and I wrote 11.5. So.
Oh man! So last night it opened at 16, then went down to 15, and now it's it's down to 11.5. So yeah, they must assume someone's sitting.
That's possible. Okay, so I mean Van Vliet's definitely been dealing with these sore knees. If he sits this one out, wouldn't be surprising. Yeah. Higgy fouled off a pitch.
But the big ones are like Siakam, who like never sits. He's the kind of guy who like always plays, right? So, but it wouldn't make sense like why play in this matchup. But Scotty Barnes, I would assume, would be the one to play, because he's the
young guy. Yeah,
the young buck out there that needs more experience before hitting the playoffs. So since we don't have any props, we can just do like a if-then scenario. I would say if Siakam and Van Vliet are out, I think we could load up on Gary Trent and Scotty Barnes first half props.
I like that
for their fantasy or real points. And then if Siakam plays, then I would definitely load up on him for his first half props. He should go off in that first half.
Houston Rockets lead the league in collective blocks and steals allowed. Gary Trent Jr. exists on the other team. Yeah. Did we have that prop open up for Mr. Trent? The over 1.5 blocks and steals. It's not there. Okay, well
we don't have any Raptors props. They're waiting.
Okay, I was gonna make sure I didn't miss some obvious news. It smells fishy. Something's happening. I think I wouldn't be surprised if we get another Van Vliet's out game. In which case, I love the thought of really all the Raptors. We might even get to a quasi stack. I would understand if you didn't want to overcommit to a 10K Siakam, wanting that 50 plus on this size slate. But we also have plenty of value to just kind of go out there and grab points more than anything. We're heading to the ninth.
I mean, if let's say a lot of those guys are out, like OG, Siakam, Van Vliet, then that makes me feel even more comfortable clicking on Jalen Green and chasing his record, because I mean the defense is going to be a lot easier to get past on the Raptors side with all those guys out. So I think he's at right now 25.5, 24.5. So yeah, I could still get on that. And the one I'm not sure about yet is Sengun. I mean, I really like the kid and I want to play him, but I just don't like the matchup as of right now without knowing the lineup for the Raptors. But we'll have to wait and see on him. But I can still get on Jalen Green's point prop.
So maybe I'm dumb, but 24.5 is I was stunned when I saw that. Like,
yeah, it's just respecting the Raptors, I guess, defense.
But like you said, they could be down 25, and they might send the kid out there to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man.
Speaking of that, did you see like we had the same scenarios last night with Jokic and Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards was like 3 points away from 50 points. And they just kept feeding him the ball, and he was taking 3 after 3 at the end of the game. Yeah. It almost got the Spurs back into the game. It was so bad because he missed like 5 or 6 in a row, and the Spurs just kept clawing back in, getting back in. And then, Jokic, they put him back in the fourth quarter in a blowout to get the 32 points. So,
it's a real thing. It is a real thing.
I mean, it's that time of the year, right? I mean, in the season where guys want to hit their accolades and milestones, so... I agree with you. 24.5. If he gets close, like you say, around 20 points in his third quarter, they're gonna let him. They're gonna let him ride it out and get there. I feel like so.
I agree. Totally agree. I feel like that 24.5 is stupid low. But what do I know? What I do know is Aroldis Chapman's in a tie game, top of the ninth inning. I'm hoping this cooler temps keep the sweat low. The new rosin helps him out. because the end of last year, the Chapman experience was not a fun experience. But you know what might be a fun experience? The Darius Garland experience, because the Cleveland Cavaliers are in Brooklyn tonight, and we have a projected starting five for the Cavs being Darius Garland, Karis LeVert, Isaac Okoro, Larry Markkinen, and hey, Evan Mobley. Oh, okay. Oh. We're picking up where we left off on Chappie as he throws one into the third row. Evan Mobley said he plans to play tonight, so welcome back. That might beef up the front court defense. However, even during that stretch after Allen, before Mobley got hurt, the defense overall for the Cavs had degraded from the first half of the season. So I don't think it's that crazy. All right, comes back with a piping hot fastball, 1-1. The Nets project starting five: Kyrie Irving, Seth Curry, Bruce Brown, Kevin Durant, and Andre the Giant Drummond. We got 232.5 total. Brooklyn favored by 8.5. A couple of fun clicks here. You wonder how necessary some of these guys would be if they did reach their 50s and 60s. And then you also, we've discussed how value is just, God dang, Chapman is, how value is just so prevalent that it's so easy to get these 50s, even if you're not getting your normal big slate return from your big price guys. When you're getting 3 to 4K guys dropping 40s and 50s, it just throws all the rules out the window for how you normally construct your lineup. With that said, Garland versus Kyrie, swung on and missed 2-2. Oh no, it's popped up. Do you like Kyrie in this matchup? Do you like KD in this matchup? Do you have a strong lean or preference? And what's your overall thoughts on this game? Dragic's still out, by the way.
Yeah, I did not see Mobley playing, but it makes sense before the playoffs to get conditioned because he has missed some time, so he's gonna want to get back into the groove of things. So I assume he's gonna get normal run, not like a full extended run, but his normal 30 plus minutes to get reconditioned. That makes me, I really wanted to attack the Cavs front court. It's been one of the worst over this span of time that Mobley's been out, because Moses Brown has just been exploitable. Now I'm not liking it as much for Drummond. He was going to be like a key play in that matchup against Moses Brown. He would have bullied him around all game long. Yeah. But yeah, KD and Kyrie, it's always a coin toss who's going to get hot. We saw KD last game kind of say, okay, it was getting close to fourth quarter. He's like, nah, I'm taking this over. This one's on me. And he just dominated. I mean, went completely KD mode. And yeah, Slim Reaper went off, and it's just like, it's hard to predict, okay, who's going to flip the switch and do that. I mean, it's Kyrie going against the Cavs. It's not the same Cavs team. None of these guys ever played with. Different coaching staff.
Caleb on the bench.
Yeah, that's true. There you go. And then, I mean, yeah, all it is just the Cavs logo, right? So, I don't know. I mean, I want to play him. It makes sense. Especially this Cavs backcourt defense has taken a big step back. And yeah, it's bottom 5 overall defensive rating. So he could get hot from 3. I was thinking, like, Kevin Durant's like assist tends to take spikes when the Nets are fully healthy with Seth Curry back and chucking threes. So, and if Patty Mills can be making his shots, it even boosts Kevin Durant's assists even more. So I was thinking of like a Kevin Durant assist paired with Kyrie points.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna look out for Claxton props again, because so if Mobley's starting, then maybe Moses Brown rotates in, but I guess it could be Kevin Love too. But maybe they rotate Moses Brown in, and then Claxton could go against Moses Brown and get some access to that. And then on the Cavs side, you got LeVert making his return to Brooklyn, first game back in Brooklyn. He has played him twice when he was a Pacer, but both of those were in Indy. Yeah. So this is his first game in Brooklyn. Maybe he shows out. I mean, he kind of seems like the guy who needs a little bit of motivation to get him going. So I'm hoping that's the case here today. They have his point prop at 17.5. I was looking for that. So I might consider going with that point prop and then pairing it with Garland's 9.5 assists, or just going with Garland's fantasy points to get access to all of his stats. What's your thoughts on that?
No, I agree. I kind of like the thought of LeVert back there in Brooklyn. So, and it is positively correlated to that LeVert line. I think 35 plus minutes is viable. Again, we do start to caution with Will Booker staff and them try to push these guys to minutes. LeVert just recently came off that restriction.
Yeah.
Oh, that ball's popped up. Good foul.
But, I mean, he said that he wanted to give these guys full run till the end of the season if you can trust what a coach has to say, right?
Yeah, you can't. but I mean, if I'm trying to get a dress rehearsal for a postseason, Cavs could meet up with a team like the Nets in the playoffs, and I'll give them a taste of what they can do, especially what they can do with Mobley. Maybe build that chemistry on the starting unit with LeVert, with Mobley, with Garland. Just kind of see what they got. 1-2 for Christian Vasquez as the Star Wars alarms blow. Can Chapman put him away? Send it to the bottom of the ninth. The pitch. Oh, no call. That could have been.
Extra innings?
No. It's the top of the ninth right now. So if Chappie can hold, it'll go to the bottom of the ninth, and we might get ourselves a walk-off on opening day. I'm here for that. Are you done with Drummond or no?
I think I'm gonna hold off for now. Because Mobley being back. But what do we think about Mobley for fantasy? On FanDuel, pretty cheap price tag. I really think you don't have to worry about his minutes because I think they're gonna want to recondition him and get him up to game speed.
Full count. I think it's 6,400. Even if he got the call. Well, okay, makeup call there for Chappie. I'll take it. I think at 6,400 it's a little too cheap. I don't think we get there on DK at 7,600 that often, but I'm with it. Higgy, Donaldson, Aaron Judge, due up. Bottom of the ninth inning. Do the Yankees have a rally in their bones?
Hey, if the Yankees get a walk-off, we're streaming Saturday or Sunday.
Oh. I need...
Right, Chat?
Chat, don't buy into this scam. Hey, so I'm game. So the thing is, like, I'm game, but you guys know, happy wife, happy life. You know.
Yeah.
Sunday's the day of the week, but maybe I could trade Saturday, and maybe I'll. So we'll see. Works. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not anti-stream on Sunday, but we'll see. But I'll take a Judge walk-off, though. You know?
Me too.
I'll take it. I'll also take some exposure to the Charlotte Hornets at the Chicago Bulls. Project starting five for the Hornets: LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, Miles Bridges, P.J. Washington, Mason Plumlee, taking an Ayo Dosunmu, Alex Caruso, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Nikola Vucevic. By the way, my bad, Chad. I'm kind of neglecting y'all. Shout out to Chris Tippett. Whataburger cup. It's actually a Yeti cup. It's an insulated cup. I got it for Christmas from a subscriber like 3 years ago, and I still use it. So, people that send me gifts appreciate it. And if it's practical stuff like this, it sticks around, man. It's been my cup. So, yeah, I guess if I use it enough and don't tell people that, they just think I eat nothing but Whataburger. But I need my caffeine, so you'll either see me drinking a Bang. I did that this morning. Or a coffee. I try not to drink 2 Bangs in the same day, so that's why I'm on the coffee now after lunch for the second half of stream. Shout out to Mia Moore. I saw her in chat. Steve says Seth Curry real points tonight.
There's not too much. I like it. He's been done. As long as he's not sitting for sure.
Those are words in there somewhere. Put it all together. You went robotic. No arigato.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Am I back now?
Yep, still a robot. But it's okay.
Are you trolling me?
No, I'm not. You're in like I sound like I feel like I'm logging on to AOL right now. Welcome. You've got mail. Yeah, you're on that McDonald's. Yep, you.
Should I sign out and come back in the group chat or
I
group
mean,
call?
if you think that'll help, I don't. I think it's a connectivity issue, right?
I mean, I'm checking my speed. Normal speed.
Troubleshoot it, man.
All right.
RC, look at my boy Miggy getting a 2-run single. Let's go, Miggy. Skipper says, any chance you drop in the prop detector for YouTube members today? Yeah, we can. Sure.
Yeah.
Josh will have to write that. I hear you now, Josh. Don't do nothing. I heard you say yeah. It was the most perfect yeah that I ever did yeah.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. All right.
Okay. I responded back. Yeah, I like the Seth Curry points. If as long as he can keep staying hot from the 3 line.
Butch Donaldson grounds out to first pitch. Or that was Higgy grounds out first pitch. Hanzo Robles, by the way, I haven't seen him in a minute. Josh stream PrizePicks. Rizzo walk off. I'm saying Ariel, I could deal with that. I'd take the Judge one though. I already got my Rizzo points. What up, Rashad? You doing all right? Eric, Scott in the chat, Jeff. All right. So anyway, Hornets and Bulls. This is actually just a 2.5 point spread. All things considered, an attackable total, and perhaps two teams with starters that we can actually expect minutes out of, and that's going to be rare in this final weekend. The Hornets 41-39, the Bulls 45-35, and they're 2 games above the Cavs, while the Hornets are 1 game behind the Hawks. So there's still mathematically some movement potential. So both teams would like to win this game. So what do we do with that? I think we're going to have all the value in the world to make anyone we want in this game fit. LaMelo Ball seems like he's liable to drop 50+. Choosing between the big 3 on the – oh, my God, Donaldson. On the Bulls, easier said than done. But 6,900 for Zach LaVine against the Charlotte Hornets, I don't know if my mom will raise me to fade that. So I'm going to have to get into that, assuming he plays. Does have a Q tag on him. So does Caruso. It is 0-2 to Josh Donaldson, by the way.
I think it's probable.
Okay. Well, here comes the 0-2 pitch to Donaldson.
Probable, but we don't know if fully healthy.
And he strikes out swinging. Mitch Haniger just homered in the top of the first. Oh, no, he fouled that one off. Okay. What do you think about this one? Levine seemed way too cheap on FanDuel, and did you have Bulls targets for prop betting?
Yeah. I mean, this is a perfect spot for Vooch. But he's just not the same lately. I don't know what's going on. He's not getting rebounds. He's usually a rebound machine. But it's the Hornets. It's the Hornets, right? I mean, they can't rebound. They give up so many boards to centers. This should be a really good spot for Vooch. I mean, he's really cheap on FanDuel too, along with Levine. I mean, he's been really successful against him earlier this season. So maybe this is a bounce back spot for him. I think people will continue to stay away from him, seeing his recent game log. But do we get a double prop for Vooch?
On PrizePicks, no. By the way, Donaldson rung up on a BS call. Curses the umpire on his way to the bullpen. Aaron Judge has stepped into the box. 2 outs for going home. We'll know soon. If not, we can get free baseball. First pitch, swung on, drilled to left field. That's going to drop. That'll be at least 2. Aaron Judge with a 2-out double. Anthony Rizzo in the play. Rizzo homered earlier today. No double prop for Vucevic.
Sometimes they randomly drop it, so keep an eye out for it. If they do drop it, I would be all over that, because right now they have his rebound prop at 10.5. So yeah, you would need 1 extra rebound from what you'd get with a double. Mm-hmm. But I could still consider the 10.5 rebound. I just want to know what's going on. Why his rebounding rate has gone way down this last portion of the season. It's not just the recent last 5 games. I mean, if you go back and look at the past, month, there's just some games in there where he's just not rebounding as his normal self. But yeah, Levine, I mean, he could get hot from 3. They have a 3-point prop for him today, 2.5. If he does get hot from 3, then yeah, that 6,900 on FanDuel is too cheap. I agree with that. Only concern and reservation I have with him is this knee issue he's been dealing with all towards the end of the season. I don't know if it's affecting him in some games where he's having off shooting nights, or if that's just natural variance. It's hard to put a finger on that. That would be my only thing, but I mean that makes it a GPP play, right? And maybe will probably lower his ownership somewhat. And then DeRozan, he's always live for his points and scoring, especially in this fast-paced matchup against the Hornets. You're going to get more shot opportunities. They have him right around his normal 27.5 point prop. But yeah, I could consider it. I think he's, like he said in a recent press conference quote. He said that he wanted to finish the season strong and get right for the playoffs. So this could be one of those games where he could, have a bounce back game as a team and do well. So yeah, I could get on his 27.5 point prop too. And then Vooch's rebound prop. And then on the Hornets side, LaMelo has just been killing it, filling up the stat line. He's like a Halliburton, just racking up the steals. So I like his fantasy score. It's not really juiced that much. It's only up to 42. It usually sits around 40, 41. So I like that. And then all the other Hornets guys, man, I don't know what's going on with their rotations. Like Miles Bridges decides he's not going to play the second quarter till where there's 4 minutes left. And he ended up finishing with 26 minutes because McDaniels got random run over him. So I don't know what's up with that. I can't trust him now. I can't trust the secondary guys, but it seems like LaMelo is the guy right now, and they're gonna give him full run and reins of the team. So I'm probably just gonna stick with LaMelo on the Hornets side and go with this fantasy point prop for PrizePicks.
Yeah, I think that's fair. By the way, Rizzo was intentionally walked to put 2 on for Giancarlo Stanton, who homered earlier in a homer that would only be a home run in Yankee Stadium. He is staring an 0-2 count in the face up against Robles, who he doesn't have a good history against. 2 for 12, I believe, is the stat line. Here comes your 0-2 pitch with Stanton having the game on the line. A single wins the game. The pitch, the swing, and miss. So we're headed to the 10th inning, and that means we are headed to the next game, which is the Atlanta Hawks up against the Miami Heat. Project starting 5 for the Hawks: Trae Young, Kevin Huerter, DeAndre Hunter, Danilo Gallinari, Clint Capella taking on Kyle Lowry, Max Strus, Jimmy G Buckets, Markieff Morris, maybe, and Bam Adebayo. The Heat comes with a laundry list of Q tags to keep tabs on: Caleb Martin, Highsmith, Markieff Morris, Dwayne Dedman, Omer Yurtseven, Gabe Vincent. But we didn't have any Qs next to the guys that, for lack of a better term, really matter for fantasy. Tucker being rolled out, like you said, they reacted quickly, but it's not like we were running to play Tucker, and I don't know that I'm necessarily running to take advantage of his absence with anything else. It is just a 2-point spread, and the Hawks are favored. So I don't know, man. Would you line that if you thought we were going to get full run from the Heat? Heat sitting in first.
They locked up first place, right? Why play?
Exactly. Look at you. I'm trying to build it, and you cut me off. But it's
Sorry,
okay.
My bad.
But what I'm saying, if we're gonna have Q tags on everybody else, why wouldn't they just give us the info for the rest of the Heat? But yes, it does seem a little suspect. The number 1 seed in the East comes in as a home dog unless there's something squirrely going on. So look out for Heat news that could shake things up a little bit. With that said, waiting for the grenade that the Heat, kick the door open and is sliding on the floor. What are you thinking about the Hawks, if anything? We got 10.3K on Trae Young, 10.8 on DK. Generally a little too expensive, even for median expectation, or somewhat, half a ceiling expectation if you just got 50. But today there might just be enough value to take it. Do you like anything specifically for the Hawks, or are we just kind of waiting for Heat news to open the door?
I wait for Heat news, but I'm not. I just don't have a good feeling overall about this game because of the unknowns and how it's gonna shape out. But I mean, Jake and I were talking yesterday about this in Discord, that if the Heat do let the Hawks just get an easy win, it can change shifting things around in the those bottom seeds with the Nets, and can cause some things I think the Heat would not want to happen. But I don't know how much thought process goes into this with them and what they want. So yeah, it's just really hard to get in their minds and know what's gonna happen. So with that said, I'm probably just gonna fade this game.
Yeah, I think for the most part that'll be my approach unless some news comes out in time, definitive news that can create a path to making decisions here, like backup guards getting a little bit more run. Maybe Tyler Hero would open up something like that. But right now, there's just a lot of uncertainty, and there's a little bit more certainty in other games, especially for value and a little bit of ceiling. Extra innings, the man on second rule returns. That has not been a favorable rule of mine. A lot of bad beats last year. Jonathan Araz, I think he used to be.
Hey, by the way, do I still sound like a robot? Because
No.
chat was saying.
No,
Is that from earlier?
That's from earlier. You think I would let you talk for 5 minutes?
I thought people were getting entertainment and kick out of it, so you just let me roll with it.
No, I wouldn't do that. Michael King 0-1. Mavericks hosting the Portland Trailblazers. Michael King 0-2. What a pitch. Just absolute stank on that one. Brandon Williams, Keon Johnson, CJ Ellaby, Greg Brown, and Drew Eubanks up against Luka Doncic, Jalen Brunson, Reggie Bullock, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Dwight Powell. We got 219.5 total. A 19.5 point spread in favor of the home team Dallas Mavericks. Looking at that Western Conference seeding, third pitch, swung on and missed. Michael King did not come to play. The Mavericks are 50-30, 2 games above the Jazz, 1 game behind the Warriors. So a little bit of a opportunity for movement. So a win would be meaningful. However, a 19.5 point spread could get away from us in the third quarter. So it's going to be a little bit hard to trust this game from a DFS standpoint, especially at 12K Luka Doncic. But I do feel like we might find some targets from a half a game standpoint on PrizePicks. And then how about this? Marquise Chris is out, and Claybaugh has missed some games here and there. I can get caught up on Claybaugh's status here because you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, sure.
Let me take a little stroll here. Maxi Claybaugh. They used to have it where you can just click and get a little bit of the update here. Xander Bogaerts stepping in. He is 3 for 7 with a homer lifetime off of Michael King. Short sample size, but that's not what you want. Claybaugh is right ankle soreness, still questionable. So if Claybaugh is out, knowing Marquise Chris is out, that would definitely put me on Dwight Powell a little bit more, especially some first half props. So
Yeah.
I'll ask, did you have first half Dallas Mavericks stuff queued up?
Oh yeah. Them and the Raptors, I think you just load up on them. And yeah, I think Brunson's first half points 8.5 could easily get that done, like he has been a lot this season. And then Luka, they have his fantasy at 27, and how does that relate to his full game? I'm sure it's juiced.
They walked Devers for Xander, by the way. 1-0 to Xander. We're looking for a double play ball.
Juiced by only 1.
It's not too bad.
Oh wow, they have okay. They have Powell juiced by 5. That's the most I've ever seen.
God dang. All right.
Yeah. So 25 full game, 15 first half. But it makes sense. I mean,
That's still expensive. Kind of unfair.
it is. I mean, that's approaching like Capella Drummond territory first half.
Yeah. I mean, a bit still, yeah, and just having a 5-point swing in general, pretty wild. That's a strike. 2-1. Xander
Yeah,
Bogaerts.
I think I might hold off on that. I feel comfortable with I feel really comfortable with Brunson's 8.5 point, and then definitely something with Luka, whether it's his points or fantasy. I mean, he should fill the stat line very early in this game, like we saw against the Pistons. So I'm gonna lean fantasy with him, so we can get access to his rebounding and assist.
Fudge. Xander with an RBI single.
And then Eubanks, I think it's a good spot for him against Powell. He's also at 15 fantasy point first half. So I don't know. I'm lukewarm on that.
Yeah. With Chris Dunn being out, by the way, I should have mentioned that.
Yeah.
Brandon Williams was coming off the bench. I would imagine he goes back to starting. And then do we lift this potential minutes restriction that we were implying yesterday or in that last game? He had limited minutes off the bench on the 7th. I guess unless there's like strict wording, I probably wouldn't trust it. So I'll just leave it alone for now. But Chris Dunn being out is something to at least make note of. Maybe that's a plus for Keon Johnson, Ben McLemore, but we're just getting into dangerous territory when we probably don't have to.
Yeah.
Okay. Getting caught up on chat here. Josh says Woods is fighting back. Okay. What up, Obi-Wan? Josh says, I got a feeling all the Bucks starters going to sit. It definitely feels squirrely, and I would assume that at least Giannis sits, but at that spread, I could see more than just Giannis, and wouldn't be shocked if we get one of those true bench games, and maybe they leave Bobby Portis and whatnot out there, Jordan Moore, like you said, but we'll see. Steve says, Brunson, 9.7 first half points last 10 games. Brunson's first half something that you can get behind, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All
right. Phoenix Suns at the Utah Jazz. Project starting 5 for the Suns. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, DeAndre Ayton, Michael King, ground ball. That's what you want. There's one. Throw to first. In time, there's two. So now we got to score the ghost runner to at least keep it tied. Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell, Bojan Bogdanovic, Royce O'Neal, and Rudy Gobert for the Jazz. 228 total. Is that right? With a 2.5-point spread. So, man, that total, that spread, that sure does seem to indicate Vegas has got a thought that both teams might use this as a dress rehearsal of what playoff basketball might feel like, especially the Jazz, who we talked about, they could benefit from winning to stay above the Nuggets in the standings here. And then I don't know what the story is between them behind the Mavericks, whether or not they could catch them or if they have a tiebreaker. So I don't know. And I don't think the Mavericks are losing today, so they're probably not even thinking about that. But they are tied with the Nuggets in win-loss, so I'm sure a win would behoove them here. The Suns don't. It doesn't matter, but if you are trying to maybe get your team ready for the postseason, maybe a dress rehearsal against a playoff caliber team on the road could be a way to do so. I don't want to trust any of these minutes here for the Suns to go deep over 30, even though a Chris Paul price point at 7,600 is kind of low, 8,100 on DK also kind of low, but I just don't feel like I'm overly enthralled or inclined to get here. I might let some sprinkles fall in mass entry, and kind of the same thought process on the Jazz. Just feels generally like a tough matchup both ways, but hey, sometimes we see two negatives equal a positive in some of these defensive chess match games. So maybe, just maybe, it does match this near 230 total, playing both teams for 112, 113, 114, and then maybe the Suns end up going a little bit more to the bench squad in the fourth quarter, but we shall see. With the Jazz a little bit more incentivized to win, I think 8,300 on FanDuel for Donovan Mitchell, certainly a clickable price point. 8,500 on DK, also a price point we can get behind. Marwin Gonzalez checks in as the base runner on second for the Yankees. Rudy Gobert is just 8,300 on DraftKings. And then Conley on both sites, 58.62. So there's a couple of names I can get behind starting caliber players with a reason to want to win on the Jazz. But I understand if nobody wants to get there at an aggressive amount. Josh, do you have any sharp fire hot takes on Suns and Jazz? As Jake Diekman, I believe he used to be on the Rangers, checks in to pitch in the bottom of the 10th.
I was unsure about this game, so that's why I didn't discuss it in the early look show.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what they're going to do because, I think the Jazz are pretty much going to be stuck where they're at. I don't think they're not going to catch the Mavs at this point due to who the Mavs are playing the last two games. So, I mean, like you said, is this a dress rehearsal? Do they ramp up for the playoffs, or is this going to be, rest starters, play them a little bit, maybe not full minutes to get, 25 to 30 minutes? I don't. Just too many unknowns for me. I just don't know.
DJ LeMahieu coming off a core injury last year, sports hernia, in a super clutch spot here. This might answer a lot of questions on whether or not he's going to be steady Eddie this year. My bad, Josh. I'm very giddy and nervous right now. You feel free to talk basketball.
Wait, I thought it's Yankees at bat now.
They are. DJ plays for the Yankees. DJ swings through a first pitch fastball.
I know he plays. I thought he was. I'm looking at the box score and it wasn't updated.
Yeah, he led off. So a lot of stuff happened. They brought in a new catcher. They brought in Jake Diekman. They put Marwin on second. It's chaos.
Okay.
So are you staying away from the Suns? Like as much as it is fun for them to prove they can go out there and compete on the road at Utah, they don't have to go too deep, and it's kind of I have trust issues this deep into the season.
Yeah, I mean, I just assume they do again the same thing they did last time against the Clippers and just rest everyone.
So I don't think that's the case because it's just a 2.5 point spread with this high of a total. At least that's not that's not how I'm interpreting this line or interpreting how Vegas might be interpreting this. So I expect them to at least roll out their regular starters. 1-1 pitch hits DJ. And that's going to put 2 on, but it will open up the double and the rare triple play. I hope I didn't just jinx that. Mike Haberman with the channel membership sub. I appreciate that. Mike, make sure you open up Discord. There's a link in the description below. Link your YouTube with your Discord account, and you'll get that Discord role and access to member-exclusive channels in that Discord. Joey Gallo, 3Ks on the day, trying to avoid the golden sombrero, Josh, with the game on the line. A homer could send everybody to the showers and might make old Gundacker flip TF out live on YouTube. But let's
I want to see it. Let's get it.
We have just one game left on the slate, so we do have a little bit of time here, Chad. I apologize if I'm a little bit distracted today. You know me. Check swing doesn't go 1-0 for Joey Gallo. Gallo can hit power off anybody, man. You can throw that ball with your foot. You can throw it with a cannon. You can catch up to it. So it's very much so live. We have been talking a lot about these PrizePicks prop lines. We did say earlier we would post the prop detector in the YouTube channel member channel in the free Discord. So if you are an active channel member, make sure you are in or you are linked with your Discord and YouTube accounts, and look for the channel member tag later. It'll probably be an hour and a half, maybe 30 minutes before lock. But you know how news comes out, stuff changes. Yeah. But we've been pretty good about keeping an eye on both Discords. So man, this last game, Josh.
Is it the game? I couldn't decide last night, and I said, okay, just kidding.
All right, 1-1 pitch. Ground ball, slow roller, tough play. They only get the out at first. That's second and third, 1 out. So a ball in play here. I don't know if the Yankees will do that, but a ball in play here would tie the game. A sack bunt could be in play to tie the game. You do have Marvin on third, but you got a switch hitter in Aaron Hicks, who I do prefer against lefties for contact and power, but it has been years since we had a strong sample size on that, so we shall see.
Oh, I didn't realize the Red Sox scored. Oh man, okay.
Yeah, I was raging. So we can't decide if this main event is the game. The Thunder have really put out a lot of random nobodies, and the LA Lakers, while we recognize most of these names, we don't know who they are ultimately going to end up putting out. Mm-hmm. Alex Cora walking to the bump here to make a pitching change. Looks like they're going to bring in, I don't know who that is, Ryan Brazier. Oh, Brazier's about to get rocked. Do I think Dwight Howard plays? I would assume maybe on a back-to-back that he wouldn't, but I wasn't that certain that he would play last night. It looks like Gleyber Torres' number just got called too. He didn't start today. Cinderella story. It's going to F up my Yankee stacks, though, because I do have quite a bit of Aaron Hicks. By the way, I also have quite a bit of interest in you guys that are not on PrizePicks signing up for PrizePicks using code GUNDACKER. And if you guys do that, you can double your first deposit up to $100, and we've been pumping out the PrizePicks content on the daily. Josh every morning, and then we've been doing afternoon streams to serve that content. We have intentions to keep that going into the playoffs for as long as the lines are profitable. But obviously, they're going to tighten up. Minute rotations are going to dampen down a little bit. But there is also baseball. There's NASCAR. There's golf. Esports, so many different ways to get action on PrizePicks, betting those prop lines. So make sure you get signed up. Hey, if you're a resident of Arizona, just a couple days ago they opened up to Arizona. So if you didn't know, now you know. So no reason not to get over there and take advantage of that free bonus here. But yeah, to answer your question, Josh, I don't know what to expect from Dwight Howard tonight. I'm going to assume no. But you know what happens when you assume. But what we do know is last night, Talen Horton-Tucker went all the way off. It is absolute garbage time for the Lakers. LeBron is done for the year. I would be stunned if Westbrook, AD, Melo, any of those guys touch the court again this year. So we're going to run back what we saw last night, in my opinion, or at least in my guesstimate, would be Monk, Reeves, Talen Horton-Tucker, probably some Stanley Johnson, maybe some Wenyen Gabriel, DJ Augustine, guys like that. I have no idea what the Thunder will roll out. The Thunder are very, very, very volatile in their projected starting lineup every day. But isn't it crazy that the Lakers are favored by 5 here without any of their big three? And even crazier that they were beating your Warriors for a little stretch last night.
Little stretch, majority of the game.
How'd that make you feel?
It was the fourth quarter. It took till the fourth quarter for the Warriors to pull away. It was bad. Bad. Embarrassing.
You were ready. You were ready to give up on the season.
Oh, I thought you said to head to the Golden Gate Bridge. Yeah, I was.
All right, bases loaded here. Bases loaded for Gleyber Torres. What happened?
Response. That shows how much he cares about me.
What happens here, Josh? Bases loaded. Gleyber Torres. Wait, did he just balk? Oh no, I thought he balked the umps. I'm not listening. So I'm listening on delay. I'm not listening on delay. I'm watching without audio, so I kind of have to guess some stuff here. Do you have intentions to put money on this game? My guess is yes, but they also put. I remember you were telling me Monk's line was really, really high, and yeah. I mean, do we get overconfident on a 1-game sample size? But at the same time, why not?
Yeah, I mean, so it seems like when PrizePicks. When they don't know what to do with the fantasy points, they just put it at 40, like everyone. And that's we see that with Cade recently, and they did again today. So yeah, Monk and HT are both at 40. You have them projected right around there. I think both around a little over 40. Yeah, 43 for both. I mean, yeah, THT, he was just so aggressive on defense, hustling, and he had like 4 steals. So I mean. I don't know if he repeats that again today, but it's an even better matchup against the Thunder for racking those stocks up.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence. I mean, I probably will get some access to them exposure. I just don't know if I want to go with their real points to the fantasy because the fantasy is just so high, but their real points is reasonable. Both at 23.5. Yeah, I'll have to think about that, but I really want Dwight Howard in this matchup.
No, you don't. Stop it.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, God. Gleyber puts that one up. That should score 1. Deep center field. Yup. Sack fly. We got a tie ball game. We got a tie ball game. All right.
This game's going to go all day.
Hey, I'm here for it. Give me all the fantasy points.
If Dwight doesn't play... Do they just start like Wayne Gabriel at the 5? Like what happens?
That would be my guess. And I'll be honest, even if Dwight started, I've been hurt. I wouldn't be stunned if we saw 8 minutes and then Gabriel plays the rest here. So yeah, I would expect Wenyen Gabriel to definitely be the guy that would take advantage of.
And he just signed that contract too, a real contract.
Yeah, a real contract. I'm a real contract.
So yeah, he's going to come out motivated. For OKC, I definitely want to look out for Jalen Horde props. He
Josh,
should.
did I no sell a question? My bad, Chad. Did you ask me something and I no sell it? My bad, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
What did you ask? I'm sorry. I
I
see
didn't
chat's like barking at me for ignoring you or something.
Oh yeah, I was making my usual joke about how last night I was considering the bridge.
Oh,
And you just did your
oh
usual
yeah.
disregard.
Hey man,
Yeah.
if you want to jump, you want to jump. Who am I to tell you no? there goes my YouTube channel. Yup.
Yeah.
Because he likes to go swimming.
Yeah.
Oh, you thought no, not that, not that.
No.
0-2 to Isaiah Kiner for left.
I have not seen a prop for Jalen Horde over the last 2 games that he's been starting and getting big minutes. So I mean, I really hope we get it today, and I hope it's not too late in the day, that we will only be able to play it with like a late card, because he should feast on the glass against this team. So I would look for his rebound prop or his fantasy point prop.
I think that's fair.
And Roby.
Yeah.
Roby, I would like access to his points. I just worry about his minutes.
That's fair. IKF fouls out, one off 0-2. Isaiah Kiner for Leffer. While the world wanted Carlos Correa, the world wanted Trevor Story. They wanted Corey Seager at times. Cashman said, no, we got Volpe in the pipeline. Let's go get IKF. They wanted it from the Rangers. They couldn't get it. The Twins pick him up, and they say, all right, we're going to make a deal. We're going to trade you Giovanni Urshela, Gary Sanchez, and we're going to get IKF on this squad to be our everyday shortstop. And in his first game, steps into the box with a game on the line. His Yankee moment could be now. It could be now, Josh. 0-2 is the count. Brazier, the pitch. Down and away, 1-2 the count.
All right, let's watch it. Let's see what happens.
So chat, tomorrow morning, my schedule is I'm going to do the live before lock for baseball on the Osmo channel. I currently do not have intentions to do an NBA stream. With that said, what else am I going to be doing? So there's only 4 games all day for the NBA. That pitch is in the dirt. Runners stay. 2-2 is the count. So maybe, I don't know, like if you guys are in the free Discord and if Josh is a psychopath, maybe we could flip a switch for 30, 40 minutes, be a little bit more laid back to kind of shop props. But
yeah,
are we expecting there would be 3 games available after noon? So it would be really slim pickings.
What time would that be?
I mean, they have games all day tomorrow. 2-2. They have a 12 p.m. game. Sixers hosting the Pacers.
I have something from like
full count
10 to 1 party thing I have to go to, so I could do if it's as long as it's after like 1 game.
So it's Pelicans Grizzlies at 5, and this is my time, so it's 6 Eastern. Warriors at Spurs 7:30 my time, 8:30 Eastern. Kings at Clippers. So I mean, those are actually teams that we do attack: the Spurs, the Kings, the Pelicans.
Yeah.
So I guess, Chad, if you'd be down for it, fouls out, went off, full count still for IKF. I like IKF. Sounds like MJF. Maybe. Chad, would you guys want to gamble irresponsibly on a 3-game NBA slate tomorrow afternoon?
Yeah. Okay. If we do that, then I'll make up early look show tonight.
Okay.
How does okay, tentatively, if we end up doing it, how would 4
ground ball foul? How much or what time?
4 p.m. Eastern.
4 p.m. Eastern. That would be 3 Central.
And you gonna get Coach on with us?
Probably not for this show. I mean, I can ask him, but it seems like a waste of talent it's just gonna be us. Yeah, what I would look for some help for is on the Sunday show, but I really don't see a Sunday show happening.
That's why I was saying, like, I don't know. I feel bad. It seemed like he really wanted to do one more weekend show.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not the end of Coach on the show, so we'll do something going forward, and there'll be more stuff. But yeah. All right, full count. IKF. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. We are headed to the 11th freaking inning with Alex Verdugo, Trevor Story, and Bobby Dahlbeck.
That's not what you want.
I mean, it's better than Devers and the top of the lineup, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. Chat, we got to get into the Discord. But if we were taking notes, to surmise our favorite PrizePicks plays, give me like 4 or 5 to send people to lunch with.
Okay, well, I don't want to just give first half props, so let's keep that as a separate category. Right now, our top first half props section would be Brunson's 8.5 points. I'm sure it's going to get juiced.
So this is first half, right?
Yeah, it's first half.
Brunson 8.5 points.
Luka's fantasy point.
Okay.
First half. And then and then Raptors. Raptors wait and see who's playing, who's not. But whoever is playing, they're live for first half.
Okay. And then everything else is contingent. So I was a little bit interested in some LaMelo Ball stuff, but I'm not.
Yeah, his full game fantasy point 42.
Yeah, full. So
yep.
Is that 42?
Yep.
What do I feel like I have 50. Let me double check.
Oh yeah.
I guess I always have 50, but
yeah.
I have 49.5. So, all right, LaMelo full game FPS.
And then Cade, I definitely want either his 40 fantasy point or 21.5 point. If we get news that he's actually in the starting lineup.
Okay. All right, and then we're gonna be loading up on Raptors once we know for sure.
And then Jalen Green real points 24.5.
That might be my favorite. Jalen Green real points 24.5. Bam, boom. Mock says Josh always up for a show. That's why we love him. Josh really is always up for a show, y'all.
Man,
like I don't know how he's put up a video basically every morning. I've had to be like, yo, dude, you're gonna burn yourself out. And he's like, I love basketball. It's only got a month left. And I can see the first month of next year. I'm like, Josh, you could take a day off. And he's gonna be like, we only have 6 more months of this, bro. I gotta.
Dude, I was thinking about it today when I was finishing up the video. I was like, man, what am I gonna do? Like besides my normal job, like.
Besides my wife and kids and job and
no, I know. I mean that's your everyday life stuff. This was something really fun doing with you guys and it's gonna be a huge hole. It became a routine. But yeah, I mean I had a lot of fun with everyone and I'm gonna miss it. But yeah.
So
sorry, I'm getting all sentimental, but I was getting sad making the video earlier.
Could be hey. If all things went bad, this could be the final regular season stream. But I feel like it's not. But we'll have a video in the morning. I'm just saying, if tomorrow fell through and Sunday fell through, it'd be the final regular. I'm just saying. But tomorrow, we're expecting a first look video on that slate. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, it's only
3
games.
It's 4, but 3 like afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be easy to do. Sunday's gonna be a beast, but I gotta do it. It's the last one. So last one for the regular season, and then maybe for the playoffs we'll drop some for the first round. Yeah. But once we start getting down to like, semifinals stuff like that, it's gonna be too hard to make any content on that.
Yeah, and then we'll be able to introduce a little bit more MLB stuff, maybe for PrizePicks as well. But as you guys are learning real fast, player props in baseball, it's a bumpy road, especially these people jumping on these pitcher props. But, hey, I got to get into RunDFS.com VIP Discord. You guys are welcome to come join me. Jump in that membership, anything membership on RunDFS.com. I'm going to be dressing up the baseball spreadsheet, my player pool for baseball tonight, my stacks for baseball tonight, and then, of course, the NBA player pool. And then we will lock it up and hopefully make some money tonight and go into the final weekend of the NBA regular season with less money on this end, more money on the other end, right? Can I get an amen? By the way, Util Matex, man, I appreciate that sub. I think I missed you earlier. I definitely do appreciate it. You guys are the best. I'll see you guys in the morning on the Osmo channel, maybe on this channel as well. Look out for Josh's video. I appreciate you guys making part of my day, be part of your day. Go Yankees. Tell somebody you love them because I love you. Good luck. God bless. Go win some money. Peace. So it's dangerous for me to stream when Yankees games on are apparently. My bad. I appreciate you.
Oh, you're doing fine, man. I understand.
Yeah. That's my one thing, man. That's my one thing I like.
I know. It's just unlucky timing. It had to be like right, like when you had a yeah. All right, man.
All right, I'll be in the voice chat in a couple minutes.
All right.